In this short movie, we'd like to introduce you to SIMLAB's Stages product, what it is, what's for whom it is designed, and what its capabilities are. Stages is a tool for construction site monitoring and communication between contractors, suppliers, designers, and of course the investor. Depending on the version, it allows you to store various types of documentation: Matterport scans, CAD files, blueprints, and many others. What is important, Stages enables comparing these documents with each other at any time on the timeline. Stages is dedicated to all those who want to track progress of works on a construction site on an ongoing basis, to be able to communicate with employees, contractors, suppliers, etc. The use of Stages may therefore be building owners, building managers, investors, developers, architectural offices, but also insurance companies. Stages is available at sim-stages.com. On the landing page at sim-stages.com, you will find tutorials and videos. On the upper right corner of the page, when you click the login button, you will be presented a place to enter your login credentials if you have previously registered. Stages opens to a page that lists all projects that either I have set up or I've been invited to as a collaborator. Once you open a project, you'll see the screen has 3 buttons across the top. The default is to load the first stage created. The info button selected shows you the vital info and description of the selected stage, including an aggregate count for notes and issues and their particular statuses for that stage. Currently, the web and mobile editions support the Matterport 360 Showcase components. Clicking the Stages stack icon on the left will open the list of stages in your selected project. To close the list of stages on the left, click the arrow at the top of the list to hide it. Clicking the Notes button will list all notes of the selected stage, along with tools to access or modify these notes or add a new one. You are able to click on the location icon of any note. In the list, you will currently only be taken to the note location if it exists in a Matterport 360 component. The other icons are grayed out for now. In the web and mobile edition, there are 2 ways that allow you to switch to any stage, either by exposing the list as we've talked about on the stacked stages icon in the upper left, or exposing the Stages timeline feature. Unique to Stages, navigating through Stages or through the timeline, your location and angle of viewpoint will remain the same at each interval. Note that currently, if a stage does not contain a Matterport 360 component, you'll be able to select the stage, although there's no actual component to be displayed. Rather, a message will remind you that this particular stage does not have a Matterport 360 component. As we navigate through the scan, we can see all note icons in their respective locations. We can open the note, we can add comments or content, we can update the status, we can even change the icon location. If you want to add a new note or issue, click the plus sign in the lower corner and a new note issue will be created for you to add location, add other information, attach photos, files, audio, video as you want, and you can even assign a stakeholder. To create a project, you need to have your own organization or be invited as an admin on other organizations. Simply saying that organization system is a management panel to manage our products, users, and permissions in one place. You may want but don't need to spend a lot of time here. If you are a single user with one project, you will probably barely use this panel. But if you are running multiple projects shared between multiple contractors with different access level, this is the place you have everything in hand. If you were using our Stages product before, the organization will be created automatically based on your login name, and if you were sharing your project with your contractors or friends, they will be added to your organization as well. To add someone as a collaborator into our project, we need to invite that person into our organization first. We can set up his role in our organization if we want, also put them directly into specific projects. Admins can do everything in your projects. Viewers can only view projects, and they cannot change or add anything. Users with basic role can have modified permissions in every project they were invited to. Now that you've had an overview, let's explore this setup of projects and stages. Here at the bottom on the left side is where you can add a new project by clicking on the plus icon at the bottom of the page. We'll name our new project Test Project. We can give it a description, upload an image for the project page now or later. Then we click Confirm to save our test project. Now if we go back to our projects page, we have a new project named Test. Click on our new project to open it. Click the Stages list icon and you will see our project is empty. We need to create our first stage. Click the plus icon at the bottom of the stage list. We will name our first stage, Stage 1. Let's select March 1st, as that was the date of that scan. Click Confirm to save the stage. We'll need at least 2 stages in order to demonstrate how we align, synchronize, and view the stages on the timeline. Now I can click on a stage in the list of stages and see it is empty. Time to add our components. In our current version of our web and mobile solution, we are able to load only Matterport 360 Showcase scans as components. You can retrieve the link of the scan you want to use from your Matterport Spaces account. Give the component any name you wish, and paste the link in the Matterport link space. Press Confirm as before to save your work of this stage. Okay, so now you can see in our new project we have 2 stages, each having a component. We must have at least 2 stages with synchronized components to demonstrate our timeline functionality. Now, we will align and synchronize our stage components. Let's choose Stage 1 as our reference or alignment model. We do that by right-clicking on the 3 dots near the Not Synced indicator, then selecting Set as Synchronized. This will allow us to use that as our reference object when performing the alignment to synchronize. Now that we have a scan flagged as synchronized, we will be able to use it as a reference model to align other components with. Let's select Stage 2 from our list of stages. You can see the Scan 2 status is currently set as Not Synced. We will align Scan 2 component with what we have already set as our reference scan. Select the 3-dot icon next to the Not Synced message. Choose Synchronize, and a pop-up will be presented asking you to verify you wish to start a synchronization. Validate it. The component is then loaded into view. As you can see, the wizard box, the selected component, which is our Scan 2, needs 3 points to be located. We now have selected Scan 1 component in the wizard. When aligning, the overall concept is to set 3 specific coordinate points in the selected component space that are available in the reference model. Best practice is to select points at the extreme boundaries of the component. This will increase your alignment accuracy. So I'm going to navigate to a location to place the first point, then click on 1A in the tool. The cursor changes to a target. I place the target at my preferred point. I continue by navigating to my next choice of location. Once there, I click 1B, place the point target. So now we have set 3 points in our selected component with the indicators all filled. That lit the command button to go to the next step. When I go to the next step, I'll be presented a list of reference components to choose from. So far, we only have 1 component. In Stage 1, we set Scan 1 as a reference component earlier. We now select Scan 1. The Accept Component button is enabled. We click the button to accept that component as our reference component. As in the previous step, we navigate into the model. Another pro tip, if you first click any point in the wizard box of the reference component, a mini window opens at the top of the screen, showing you the location of the corresponding point in the Step 1 reference object. You can expand the mini window for a larger view, then navigate to the coordinating location, reselect Step 2 reference point, then set the actual sync location point. Now, continue to follow the same steps for each of the other 2 points. Now we have defined our second set of points with all indicators filled. We can click on the Accept Sync button in the wizard. We see Stage 2 Scan To is now set to Synced. We can check the creation of our timeline in the Matterport screen. Click the Matterport button. In the bottom area of the screen, in the middle, we see we have an arrow we can click to open our timeline. We see both of our two stages once we open the timeline that we have synchronized components in. We are currently on Stage 2. Now we can verify our alignment. When we switch to Stage 1, we will be in the same location with the same angle of view. Let's navigate to a different location, select the timeline again. We will again be in the same location as the same angle of view in our previous position. The standalone version differs from the web version primarily in its support for more formats: IFC, FBX, OBJ. It also allows you to import PDF files. In addition, the desktop version allows you to take measurements, manually apply markings or drawings, and most importantly, support 3D geometry. All changes that have been made can be photographed. It is also worth noting that all materials are stored in the cloud and are constantly synchronized with the web and standalone versions. Thanks for watching this video. There are many more for you available on our SIMLAB YouTube channel.